It wasn't just Russell Westbrook that commented. It was his wonderful wife. I believe her name is Nina, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I first want to respond to some of the things that she had to say because she had some jabs to throw in my direction. Let me say to Miss Nina Westbrook, by all accounts, a wonderful woman. Nothing changes that. I appreciate her comments more than she realizes. If anybody's expecting me to go at the wife of an NBA player, if you talk about somebody being absolutely defenseless, I'm not going after anybody's wife, anybody's family members, anybody's mamas, or anybody like that. I'm not doing anything like that. I respect them all, and I respect her. And I want to applaud her, because guess what? If I get married someday, I'd want my wife to come to my defense like that. My lady, I'd want her to come to my defense like that. I don't care who it is. So I applaud her coming to the defense of her husband. And for anybody out there that thinks that I have a problem with her based on what she said in defense of her husband, I do not. I have nothing but respect for her. She was a basketball player at UCLA, if I remember correctly. She knows a thing or two about basketball. She's also a businesswoman. I believe she's a licensed therapist as well, if I remember correctly. So this is an accomplished woman and a sensational woman by all accounts. And I think everybody should look at her and be proud that she would stand up for her man the way that she did. I know that any woman that's in my life, I would want them to stand up for me. So I applaud her for that, and that's all I have to say in regards to what she had to say about me, because she is no fan of mine, and based on my comments yesterday, I don't blame her. Having said all of that, respectfully, it does not matter to me. I stand by everything that I said yesterday. And what I would ask her, and I would ask Russell Westbrook, I would ask friends of Russell Westbrook's, teammates, contemporaries of Russell Westbrook, people in the NBA community or whatever, I would ask everybody to go back and look specifically at what I've said about Russell Westbrook, not just yesterday, but his track record. What did I say about his track record? This is a sensational athlete, the most athletic point guard in the history of basketball, destined for the Hall of Fame. I said all of those things. But you've come up short. You were with Kevin Durant when you had a 3-1 lead, and you lost it to Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors being up 3-1. Kevin Durant departs. We got on Kevin Durant for leaving you high and dry. The next 3 years, you get bounced out in 5 by James Harden in Houston. You get bounced out in 6, if I remember, by Donovan Mitchell. You get bounced out in 6 by Damian Lillard, who not only dropped 50, but waved goodbye to you after hitting that long 3 over Paul George. That's what happened. Then you go to Houston last year, and what happens? You fall in the playoffs, albeit to the Lakers. That's what transpired. And now you're in Washington, D.C., with Bradley Beal as your, somebody turned down because they got an echo in my ear, I'm sorry. But now you're teammates with Bradley Beal in Washington, D.C. You're 13 games under 500, and everybody wants to talk about your numbers. What I was saying, Mrs. Russell Westbrook, along with Mr. Russell Westbrook, is that you've been so phenomenal with the numbers. We don't care anymore about the numbers. We know what you can do. You won a league MVP, averaging a triple-double. The first time that was done since Oscar Robertson did it in 1962. You're averaging a triple-double now. That particular season you won league MVP, you registered like 42 triple-doubles in a season. We know what you can do with the numbers. What about the chip? What about the championship? Because you've been to 4 conference finals. Now, if this was Zion Williamson, we praising the numbers. If it was Luka, we praising the numbers. If it was somebody that never was on a championship caliber team, we gonna praise the numbers and lament the fact that he's got to carry this shoulder all by himself. That is not Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is a man that signed a 5-year, $206 million contract. Russell Westbrook is making generational money, as he pointed out last night. Russell Westbrook is averaging over $41 million a year. And championships don't matter? Really? That's not the culture of basketball I come from. When I think about the culture of basketball, and I think about champions, and I think about those striving for championships, every single Hall of Famer, watch them give their speeches, Freddie, Molly. What do they say? They apologize to their families and friends and loved ones because of their fixation on capturing a chip and the sacrifices they made in pursuit of that level of excellence and greatness. Russell Westbrook makes his money because fans patronize the NBA product, because television networks respond to the fans' insatiable appetite for that product, and they pay the league an exorbitant amount of money, which enables the league to pay the players. You don't do it so somebody could sit back and say, championships don't matter. I'm a champion in life. Who said you weren't? Russell Westbrook from Long Beach, California. Russell Westbrook's from the streets of LA and Long Beach and beyond. Russell Westbrook is as real, as authentic as they get. He gives to his community. He cares about his people. He addresses social justice issues. He gives voices to the voiceless. He's charitable. He's philanthropic. He's by all accounts, a great man, a great leader, a great husband, a great father, a great family man. Russell Westbrook, regardless of his mean and acerbic demeanor at times, is one of the best people, the most real, straight up, authentic people you will ever see in your life. I respect the hell out of the man. What does that have to do with your game? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.